So I really got a good explanation for why I cheated this time. And mind you, we was close. I was like super in love. Well, at least I thought I was super in love. This is so embarrassing. This is so stupid. Oh my goodness. He was actually messing with a whole bunch of girls, not just this girl. And mind you, I was messing with this boy before I got with my boyfriend. I had completely stopped talking to him when I got with my boyfriend, because after we started talking, I started liking him too. And I just didn't want to stop talking to him. What's up, my beauties? It's your girl Nique, and I'm back with another video, you guys. And today I'm gonna be doing a little story time / mukbang. I'm gonna be eating me some oxtails, some rice and peas. I got cabbage, I got mac and cheese, and I got lemonade. I really ordered strawberry lemonade, but they gave me regular lemonade. I hope this lemonade, let me taste it. Hold on, let me open it. I haven't ate all day, so I'm super excited to eat and do a little story time and tell y'all. Oh, that's good. I think this mango lemonade, that's real good. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I got oxtails. Okay, before we start talking, let's go ahead and taste the food. Hold on, let me pray. Man, okay, hold on, let me taste it, because I ain't never ate from this place before. So I want to taste it. Y'all know ever since I went to Jamaica, I feel like when I went to Jamaica, the oxtails really set the bar for me. Now, I don't want to eat the soul food oxtails. I want to eat the Jamaican oxtails. So I ordered from this little Jamaican place. I don't eat it. Oh, they got that kick to it. It got in my throat real quick. It's spicy. So ever since I went there, I wanted the Jamaican ones. I didn't want the soul food ones. And usually in Houston, I eat the soul food ones. So we're gonna do something different, but they falling off the bone, so that's a good sign. They ain't really tough. That's good. That's real good. Let's taste it, hold on. Okay, this will do. This for sure good. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're just gonna get straight into the story. I'm gonna tell y'all the story about how I cheated. But I got a good explanation for why I cheated. So keep watching. And I'm about to get into it. I promise. The mac and cheese is real strange. They like salty or something. But I'm gonna get into the story. Okay. So I really got a good explanation for why I cheated this time. And mind you, I had this boyfriend and we was like really close. We was like seeing each other every day. This was like, you know, my boyfriend. Like, we was really close. We was basically like always around each other, and we was close. I was like super in love. Well, at least I thought I was super in love. So he had this girlfriend, this ex-girlfriend. It was a girlfriend before me, and she used to like always walk around and mention basically that they were still messing with each other, but I just thought she was crazy. Y'all, you can't always believe your boyfriend, because my boyfriend had me thinking that, okay, this girl is crazy, like she crazy over him. So she would go around and be like, oh, you know, I still talk to him. He bought me this. We was together last night. We was together at this place. We was together that place. Oh, he took me on a date here. He took me on a date there. And okay, let me tell y'all this. This is when I was in high school. This was my first ever boyfriend. This is my first ever real boyfriend. So she would go around school basically saying like, oh, you know, he still talk to me. He be spending the night at my house. My mama was a little strict, so she didn't let me have boys like spend the night at the house. She was strict with certain stuff, especially when it came to like boys and stuff like that. So she had, so she would be like, oh yeah, he came and see me last night. He spent the night at my house. I spent the night at his house. Like, they spend the night at each other's house. And I'm like, she's crazy. Like, I would come back and tell him, and we would be joking about it, talking about her, and he'd be like, yeah, she crazy. Like, she still want me. Like, just had me thinking that she was crazy whole time. I'm gonna get into it. So I'm like, this bitch is nuts. She's crazy. Like, she always. So one day I went up to her and I'm like, okay, so what is this I hear about? Okay, what's my ex-boyfriend name? We gonna call him Drake. Okay, we gonna call my ex-boyfriend Drake. So I'm saying, so one day I just got fed up. No, before I got fed up with it, on Valentine's Day, she like, y'all already know how high schoolers are. Like, when you get something for Valentine's Day, you want to walk around with it. Everybody bringing their boyfriend, their girlfriend stuff for Valentine's Day. So basically, when she got to school, she had this big old fat bear, like this big old bear. Like, it was like the same size as her body and all that. And she basically was telling me like, no, she wasn't telling me. She was telling people around the school, and people kept telling me like, oh, she said she got this bear from Drake. Like, Drake gave her this bear. Drake gave her chocolates and flowers. He picked her up from school this morning, da 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 da. Like, Drake got her this stuff. Drake got her this stuff. Drake got her this stuff. So I'm like, ain't no way Drake got her this stuff. She's crazy. Like, she's delusional. She don't know what she's talking about. Drake did not get her this stuff, and he had already got me stuff, but he got me a small bear. He got me like some lifesavers, but it wasn't no big bear like how she had. So I'm like, ain't no way he got her this bear, especially if he got me this little bear. So she went around school basically saying that Drake gave her this bear. So that day at lunch, I had told my sister, I'm like, I'm finna fight. Not necessarily fighting, but y'all was stupid. I was just so stupid because I'm like, but mind you, she was always talking about me. She was basically talking down on me and talking about she messed with my boyfriend. So like, I'm tired of you lying. I'm tired of hearing these lies. I always like, people always come up to me and tell me that she talking about me, or she said that she was with my boyfriend. So she said that she was with him the night before Valentine's Day and she had the bear. So I wanted to figure out for myself. I don't need to go to the source. I'm tired of the he say, she say. I want to talk to her and see who gave her this bear and was she with him last night. You need to tell me the truth. If you want him so bad, and you'll tell the truth, then I feel like if I came to her and she wanted us to break up so bad, she would tell me the truth. So me and my sister, my younger sister, we had the same lunch shift together. So basically, I told my sister, so basically, my sister ran into me in the hallway. She usually come get me out of the hallway because we go to lunch together. So I ran into my sister in the hallway. I'm like, I'm about to fight. Like, it could be a possibility. I'm finna fight. You gonna back me up or... This is so embarrassing. This is so stupid. Oh my goodness. So I don't know if I told her that, like, I asked her if she gonna back me up or she just ended up backing me up. But regardless, she ended up coming behind me, y'all. Like, she was like, if you go up to it, well, I'm gonna be by you, because I think her sister went to the school or something like that, or she just had buku friends. It was just me and my sister. So she was like, I'm gonna go with you because if anything happened, I'm gonna have your back. So, y'all, I ended up going up to the girl at lunch, and I was like, I must have like pumped myself up to do it. Mind y'all, like I fought, but I wasn't really like a fighter. Like, I would only fight if somebody wanted to like fight me. I wasn't a messy person, but I was so fed up of her going around saying all this shit about how she messed with Drake and she was with Drake last night and this and that. Oh, he still loved me. He just with her for the moment. I was just so tired of it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go up to her and so y'all, I walked up to her. She was like in the middle of the courtyard, y'all. We at lunch. So I walked up to her and I'm like, so you was with Drake last night? And she said, and she was stumbling over her words. And y'all, I don't know why I thought I had to do like a dramatic exit. I was in like 11th grade. So I don't know why I thought I had to do like a whole dramatic exit or whatever. So when I asked her that and she ain't answer immediately, I said, oh, okay. And I left. But mind y'all, my sister was still standing right there and she had to do her own like walk away because I basically left her. I basically left her just standing right there while I didn't ask my question and bounced out. So I said this whole story to tell. He was basically, so at the end of the day, basically at the end of the year, I ended up finding out that he actually was messing with the girl. Like, it was just like this big thing. He was actually messing with this girl. He was actually messing with a whole bunch of girls, not just this girl. It was a lot of girls that he was talking to. It wasn't just her, but I ended up talking to her like after the fact. Like when the school year ended, I went the whole school year going with him or whatever, just to find out that, you know, he was cheating. So I really didn't believe it until this girl, she ended up DMing me. His mama was from Louisiana, but his dad was from, I don't want to say where his dad was from. I want to say his dad was from Atlanta. So not really Atlanta, but I'm saying Atlanta just because I don't know if I told y'all where he stayed or whatever, but I don't want him to feel like super important, so it's not about that. His daddy stayed in Atlanta, his mama stayed in Louisiana. So for the summer, he had graduated. I was in 10th grade, but he was graduating that year. So he was in 12th grade, I was in 10th grade. So he ended up graduating that year, and yeah, so he went over there to Atlanta. So when he went to Atlanta, this girl had hit me up, like, we would FaceTime every day. We was like still together, still going strong, y'all. So we would FaceTime every day or whatever. So we ended up, I would like help him pick out his outfits and help him, like, we would FaceTime before he go out, and he'd be saying he's going out with his friends. So I would help him pick out his outfits and everything, y'all, like, and be like, okay, talk to you later, be texting him the whole time he was out and everything. So this girl ended up DMing me one day, and she was like, do you still go with Drake? And I was like, yeah, why? Like, we still go together, like, we were just on the phone. She was like, I've been seeing him this whole summer, and I just wanted to find out because I got pregnant for him and this, that, and the third, and I just wanted to see if he was talking to other girls. He told me he loved me. We was telling each other we love each other. So she's just running down the whole thing. So I'm like, okay. So then she was like, I'll send you some pictures. Girl, how about she sent me the effing pictures, and it was pictures of like him in the outfits that I was picking out for him. Him in those outfits. Like them going on dates, they was going to the taco truck, baby. They was doing everything, like they was going on real dates. She was like, we go together real bad. So boom, that came. So, I'm so heartbroken, y'all, because I'm like, oh my God. This is before I officially talked to the girl, the ex-girlfriend that come to find out they was really talking. Cause he had me so wrapped around his finger. Y'all know that little first love stuff. They got you wrapped around the finger, and you know what I mean? So anyways, I ended up talking to her. I was like boo-hoo crying. I called him, like I FaceTime him. I broke up with him. I'm like, I never want to see you again. Like, just being super dramatic. I was heartbroken though, so I don't feel like it was dramatic because this was like my first real heartbreak. Like, I was heartbroken. So I ended up breaking up with him, and he was like calling every day. He was like sending little flowers to my mama's house. And mind you, I'm in high school. Like, this is summer, so I'm going into 11th grade. So he was sending flowers and like, doing little sweet stuff, sending his friends to bring me stuff and all that. So I'm like, I love him. I really do want to talk to him. Da 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 da. So when he got back home, like, you know how you text somebody after they like cheat on you, and you like text him, but you text him mad, but you still want to talk to them because you want to see what they doing, where they at. You still want to talk to them. So I had started back like texting him a little bit, but I was just trying to play hard, like, but I was still like texting him. He would ask me what I'm doing, y'all, I'll answer. Just little stuff. So when I first found out, I had to start talking to this other boy, and I'm like, I'm done with him, so I'm just gonna start, chatting and talking to whoever I want to talk to. So I started talking to this other boy who liked me or whatever. So I ended up starting talking to this other boy at school. And mind you, I was messing with this boy before I got with my boyfriend. I had completely stopped talking to him when I got with my boyfriend because, you know, but he had came back around. Like, I feel like I had seen him somewhere and we just ended up started exchanging numbers. And then, you know, to me, I'm single. Like, you know what I mean? I'm single. I ain't got nothing to lose. I just got cheated on. I'm trying to, and this is the bad thing, y'all. I had to learn the freaking hard way. Revenge and get back is not the way to go. I've grown from that, y'all, but I swear, I used to be like, you do it to me, I'm gonna do it to you 10 times harder. So I used to have that bad, but you know, I've learned better. So I'm like, you know, F him. I'm gonna do whatever I wanna do, da 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 da. So I ended up going, you know, talking to the boy or whatever. And we chilled like a few times. Mind you, my mama's strict, so we like meet at the mall, movies. Mind you, my ex is still in Atlanta. Drake is still in Atlanta. So, but me and Drake is like starting to talk back because he's sending me flowers and stuff like that. I still care about him. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, F it, he probably still talking to that girl. They probably still going together, seeing each other every day. He ain't never come back. So when he finally did come back, after the summer, me and him was kind of like back together, but we wasn't together because I was still stuck on the fact that he cheated on me. He was still trying to like, you know, squeeze his way in, and I was letting him in. So when he got back to Louisiana, he ended up like buying me flowers, giving me like a poster, saying he was sorry, like a teddy bear. My favorite candy in high school used to be like lifesavers, like gummy lifesavers. So he brought me my favorite candy, some flowers and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, you know, we can get back together or whatever. So I'm like, we can get back together, let's get back together. But mind you, I was still talking to the boy that I had started talking to when my ex was gone. So, but I just didn't want to stop talking to him. Like, after we started talking, I started liking him too. And I just didn't want to stop talking to him. So, and I just felt like me justifying was like, he cheated on me. I don't know what he doing. And then come to find out, after I was a little heartbroken about the thing, I ended up talking to the little ex-girlfriend because she was a friend of one of somebody that I know. Not really, she wasn't really my friend, but she was a friend of somebody that I knew. So we like ended up seeing each other and like talking it out. And she basically said like, yeah, I could show you proof. Like we was together, da 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 da. Like, you know, basically said she was his side piece and she was okay with it. So I was already mad about that. So I'm like, you know, I never know what he doing. I still do want to talk to him because I love him, but I feel like if he gonna do his thing, I'm gonna do my thing too. So I was still talking to both of them, you know, just texting them or whatever. I was still texting my the dude who I liked from school, or the dude that I liked. So yeah, that happened. So then how I got caught is, that's a whole nother story I'm gonna tell you right now. How I got caught is my mama had went to Miami one day and she had left me and my brothers at home by ourselves. So I wasn't fast, but I was a little fast. Like, I'm like, we at home for the weekend by ourselves. Like, I told my boyfriend, like, you can come spend the night. I told my boyfriend, you could come spend the night. Like, my mama not gonna be here for the whole weekend. You could come Friday. Mind you, my mama had told my brother, don't have no girls at the house, nobody at the house. And then my mama was like, make sure Drake don't come over either. But me and my brother, we wasn't really like, I feel like we had started getting a little bit close, like as the older I got, cause he really ain't care either. He was kind of like on my side. So my brother ended up having like a little barbecue at the house, and he invited all his friends, y'all. They used the grill. We had a pool, so they was swimming. He had buku girls over. He had about like 7 girls, probably like 7 guys. He had like a little kickback, a little barbecue kickback. So I'm like, okay, well, I won't tell my mom if you have your little barbecue kickback. Did I tell him? If you let Sean come over here for a few, but he not gonna spend the night, he just gonna go home afterwards. So I told my brother that he was gonna go home afterwards, but I was lying. So I'm like, okay, I wanna tell my brother something, but I don't wanna tell him too much. So I ended up, we ended up chilling or whatever. My brother was fine with my boyfriend being at the house or whatever because he was doing his own thing too. So he ended up, so it was like, it had got late, like 12 o'clock. So my boyfriend had pulled his car like around the block and he walked back and he climbed in my window. So that, and my brother not gonna be like checking on me like, oh, what you doing all night? So he ended up like coming back and climbing in the window. And my door was closed, it was locked. My brother really didn't check on me as long as he knew that I was in the room and that Drake was gone, we was fine. So, I feel like I just didn't care because I didn't delete me and the boy text messages. I'm gonna call him Jack. I ain't delete me and Jack text messages because I'm like, Drake don't go through my phone, and I just wasn't thinking about it. Like, everything just feel like it happened so fast. I feel like I got caught fast too, because I was only like, he was only home for like a week before I got caught. So I'm like, I just wasn't a delete text message type. Like, you know, I didn't think nobody was going through my phone. We young, why you going through my phone? Like, you shouldn't be going through my phone, especially at this age. So I just didn't think about it. So I had went to sleep. So mind you, he spent the night. So I went to sleep, y'all, and I guess he looked through my phone while I was asleep. Like, he must have looked, like, do deep messages. And mind you, I ain't know what love, I don't know. Me and the boy was telling, me and Jack was telling each other that we love each other and everything, which we liked each other a lot. But I was messing with him before Drake, but Drake was like really my first love. But he was the second one, so I don't know. So we was like, you know, we had been knowing each other for a long time. We was like venting to each other. We'd be on FaceTime all night. So he was looking through my phone and he was like finding screenshots of us on FaceTime. He seen what we was telling each other. We love each other, like just talking, like, oh, you been chilling with him at this time, da 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 da. You was doing this, da 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 da. Y'all been talking all night, da da da. So he woke me up, like hit me in the head with the phone, like, oh, so you cheating on me? Oh, so you cheating on me? And you know, he seen everything. It was no denying it, y'all. Like, it was literally no denying it. So what I did was I played the cards. I'm like, you been cheating on me all summer, da 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 da. You got a whole girl pregnant. You want to talk about me, da 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 da. This and the third. And I think it worked because I feel like he ain't leave that night. Like, we didn't break up. It was just kind of like a, you cheated on me and you wondering why. I was like, we wasn't together for like a few days. Da, da. He was like, you still texting this dude, da da da. But me and the dude had never like did anything. It was, I just feel like it was just innocent text messages, FaceTime each other. And because I was hurt. So I feel like at the end of the day, he probably was still doing him because he was mad, but he didn't leave. Like, we still end up laying down, going to sleep. So I feel like he probably was still cheating. You know what I mean? So, I was in high school though, but yes, y'all, that's basically how it went. That's the time that I cheated. I cheated because he cheated on me, and that's never right, y'all. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like don't do something to somebody if you don't want it done to you. You know what I mean? I feel like if you have enough respect for me to stay faithful to me, then I'm gonna stay faithful to you. But if you don't want to stay faithful to me, baby, all cards are off the table. I used to think like that, but y'all, moving forward, make sure y'all always, if you feel like somebody is cheating on you and you can't trust, I feel like what is a relationship without trust? If you don't have trust, you don't have shit. So, hold up. Oh, that's good. I feel like if you don't have trust, then it's no way you can build a great relationship. If you feel like your partner did something to you and it's something that you can't come back from, like you're gonna think about it all the time, then just leave the relationship. Don't cheat back because you can't fight fire with fire. You know what I mean? So it's always best to just leave the relationship before you try to cheat back. But yeah, that's a little story time. I know I haven't gave y'all story time in a long time, and I know y'all been requesting a whole bunch of story time, so I'm gonna start back giving them to y'all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. These oxtails is busting. I'm probably gonna have to finish it off camera because I feel like I'm talking too much that I can't eat and talk at the same time. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and go in the comments right now if y'all think of any little story time that y'all think y'all want me to do. Give me some ideas and I'm gonna do them. But yeah, I'm out. Peace.